Hello, hello. Welcome to today and today's beautiful messages. Potentially, hopefully. I mean, we've had a pretty good run as far as beautiful messages go. So let's carry on. Let's set the intentions for all of the beautiful, beautiful things to keep showing themselves, making themselves known, integrating into our life, our thoughts, our hearts, and our minds, and our spiritual journey. Seeing evidence of connection to the higher self is gorgeous. It's awesome. It's validating. Okay, we've got a blueprint. We all have our blueprint, our own program that we took with us to this life on earth. To become fully balanced, we have to return to our most basic program so we can follow the right path, starting from scratch. The energy of blueprint helps you clean your programs and delete anything that no longer serves you and serves no purpose anymore. Okay. Yes, getting down to the basics, reconnecting with the original version, the original programs, the original self, before all of the interruptions, the conditionings, the rewiring. It's like people from our past come in and fiddle with all the add extra apps. Oh, you need these because that was an issue that I had in my life. And so I'm going to preemptively load them up onto your system so that they're there to help you. But all these extra apps, because you've learned, because you've grown, because you've weeded and sorted and integrated and released, now they're just bogging up the computer. Okay. So it is time to release them. And we've got the powerful protection. Okay. So we've got the pentacle here, which is slow moving earth energy, earth grounded. This is, we've got the earth and fire, air and water, and spirit, all within the protective embrace of the what do they call that? The heart, the elk, the stag. Algiz, this king stag stands proud and tall with mighty antlers. He bestows his protection on all in his kingdom. Leading by example, the stag teaches the young how to show courage in the face of danger. Alga's energy brings a powerful connection to divine consciousness. This rune is an aid to speak and commune with spirit and the higher powers. In a reading, it references a connection with the gods and an awakening. You have been granted divine protection that is also a teaching force, and you are encouraged to be in a state of listening. Protection, defense, courage, independence, and higher self. So I feel like a lot of these old programs may be causing interference or static, whatever the interference looks like, with your connection to your higher self and your inner knowing. Okay, and this is why meditation is a thing, right? This is why quieting and stilling the noise, external, internal, is a goal of connecting to the inner spaces, because the higher self, the intuition, the inner knowing, they speak softly. They speak softly. And so you need that clarity and that stillness and that quiet calm to receive the messages. Okay. Let's see what is for us in this reading today. What's going to come up in the realm of being open, being in a state of listening and receiving, right? To be in a state of listening is to be open to receive. You are, open, open to hear. Okay. This is how it's going to go today. So let us tap in. Wow. Boom. Death. Sorry. Death and transformation. The letting go of the old to make space for the new. This is literally the releasing, the resetting, the uninstalling the old apps, programs, things that no longer serve, so that it clears up, speeds up the whole system. Okay. So beautiful, beautiful start. Okay. And this certainly seems to be reiterated with the consolidating your resources. Okay. It's like letting these things go. This is you going through your apps and recognizing the ones to keep and the ones to release. Okay. And how that affects your machine. Okay. This Wheel of Fortune is your internal processor. And you deleting those and uninstalling those old apps is allowing a more harmonious flow of things. Okay, as is this internal balancing, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, grounded, meditative, connected to your spirit team, your higher faculties, and the independence, the reaping what you sown, the sitting within and enjoying the fruits of your labor, the garden that you have tended to, typically your internal, emotional, like nervous system garden. Okay. It takes tending and allowing and releasing. Okay. Releasing and this protection around the release. I think, like when it comes to stuff, there are sometimes we hold on to things, we identify with things, they become a part of ourselves. And so to get rid of them, to release them, it's like this unconscious abandonment wound. Or like if I were to get rid of this thing that I've identified as being a part of me, then I am abandoning a part of myself. And I don't want to do that. And so I hold on to it, right? This is that like psychology around extreme hoarding, right? The things become a representation of the um, resistance towards releasing those old programs. I can't get rid of this app because it was given to me by my great 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 grandmother and they're no longer here. And if I were to get rid of them, it would be like I was disrespecting their memory or all this kind of stuff. But you have to recognize too that you have integrated all of the best parts of the past of those programs. And you're an innovator, you are a creator. And so you are able to create a single app for yourself that takes all of the good things of all those other apps from the past into one. So you can let go of those ones, but you still have the core components of it. Okay. But it's really important not to bog yourself down with the weight of the past out of fear. These are just, they become excuses, they become hindrances. Okay. So we've got patience here, patience in the allowing of things to adjust. Um, just think of it when you are uninstalling a program, there's a period where the little uninstalling box shows up and it tells you there's so many minutes remaining while this app deletes, right? And so this patience, kind of um, supporting the garden growth, things taking as long as they need to take in order to reach their maximum potential, right? And then you have your spirit team, you have this celebratory energy from the, well, it is a pentacle. So it's like the physical evidence of this release and transformation, which again, with your garden, right? Like when you plant a seed and it's under the surface, there's this trust and this faith that it will grow and germinate and do its thing without you having to invest any more time into it other than, the odd fertilizing and scanning for weeds and whatnot, right? Um, but also in due time. It's like a recognition of all the processes involved in getting your garden to its blooming stage with patience. Okay, and we have divine judgment and the Six of Wands. This effort of this one is, I just keep hearing reconciliation, reconciliation. So this balancing, um, this active participation in a reconciliation of the masculine and feminine energies in whatever that looks like for you. Okay. So like if you were imbalanced in either too much masculine or too much feminine, this is the death of those excess and transformation of those excess, right? With your consolidating, those aren't serving me, get them away. The patience for that adjustment period as things rearrange, as energies move around and build momentum in your grounded meditative state. And then this calibrating of the balance. Okay, and judgment is like a opportunity to start new, to start fresh, which makes sense, right? This is why death is such an important part of life, because in this consolidating and reconciliation, you're birthing a new version of yourself, a more balanced, peaceful, independent one. Okay. And then we have this. So I feel like this is what you are transforming into. Okay. And I kind of want to put them like that. So this is a reconciliation, recognition of the death of the old versions of self for you to be renewed. Okay. The release of those old things, the consolidating of your energy so that everything flows into the one cup, the main cup, the you cup. And this one are people in your life and the effect they have upon you and your life. Okay, this could represent many different things. This is because it's a 5 halfway. It's for or against, depending on your situation. Okay, so this could represent the release of people who are trying to interfere with your connection to your higher self, your tending to your garden. And this could also be people who want to support that. Okay. And I think by being a transformed version of self who is overflowing, you are more able or in a position to recognize who is there for what purpose. What is the underlying motivation of the people who are in and out of your life? Yeah. I mean, because they're heading towards judgment and they're like opposing, right? Heading against or in the opposite direction. It could be just even like a fear of judgment of other people and you releasing that. Okay. We've got the Lovers. And that's why. Yeah, you may have to release people, places, things, circumstances, and choose love, choose your heart, choose your balance. And that's a hard thing to do. You know, it's even harder when you are intertwined with people because of work or something like that, right? Like people that you have to see every day. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Cups. So this is an overflowing of luck. And this time I'm getting it's like this overflow of luck that's raising you above the rest. Okay, this is almost like the journey of the cup before the hand appears and it's above the clouds. And all these other cups are somewhere below, right? It's like this. But it's like luck comes in and elevates you just that much more. So this could be, I feel like this is connected to your grounded, centered, meditative state and your consolidating of your energy. It's that movement, right? It's like, say you've tried to um, do something online, but because your computer system was bogged down by old apps, the little loading bar always timed out before you got to the end. But because you've consolidated, because you've released and let go and whatever of those old programs, now your system is faster. Okay. And now you're having access. Now that time, the loading time, it's not timing out before you get there. And now it's happening. And maybe that's your luck. Energy is a interesting phenomenon, reality. And um, I think it's directly intertwined with success in life, the 3D realm. Okay. Then we've got your Hierophante. This is, well, this is like divine contracts. It can be with self, this contract that you make with yourself while you're in your independence, where you're like, I am going to um, dedicate myself to making sure that my programs, my computer is always running at its best and tippy top shape. It's also wanting to learn, like always being in an open state of learning, and as well as teaching, right? We kind of we can learn. Whoa, 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 whoa. We can learn through teaching. Okay, so there's the excess, there's the dedication, and there is the Queen of Pentacles. She is who you become once you've reached this harvest state of your garden. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles is all about getting your garden to that place. The work, the dedication, the self-mastery, and then you come out a queen. Okay, and I feel like the dedication is in your balancing and meditative and your desire to reconcile, to be whole, and your patience, this knowing that it takes time. We're all growing and blooming at our own pace. And that's what faith is about, right? It's maintaining your dedication regardless. It's like when you want to change your body through exercise and whatever, you have to remain dedicated even when, especially when you're not yet seeing the results. Right? And then we have the Six of Swords. So I feel like this is like an excess, the extra. That could be here. It could be connected with the people, places, and things that could be bogging down your system. Right? Just like not being able to hold on to or to let go of things because you've identified with them. There's also people, right? They mirror parts of you that you've identified with. And so you can't imagine a life without these people because you've attached a version of yourself to them that they mirror back at you that you can't let go of. So I really feel a connection with the consolidating your energy. This is like consolidating your emotions, your internal, and this is consolidating your external, your stuff and your friend group or work situation or ... Use your own discernment. I'm also getting that love and your heart and this balance within your center really fuels or emboldens, strengthens the protection that you have around you and this need to protect. Right? It's about maintaining, it's about finding a balance with having your heart on your sleeve, but also being aware that some people have pokey arrows. And if given the opportunity, they might be like, what's this? What's this? And, poke you in your soft spots. And so this isn't about hiding away your soft spots so that those pokey people can't access you. It's about limiting access to those pokey people from even being close enough to being able to poke you. Okay, this is the trust in the things going on behind the scenes. Okay, this is also giving me this overflow here of you, the overflowing cup, and then the little sprinkles of liquid sunshine coming down, and then we have this tiny little thing that's blooming from it. Okay, and it's right below or above this thing that's happening in behind the scenes that you have intended. Okay, and then there's this invisible little support spiral here that is holding your arm. It's having a hand. So it's like the universe helping you. Okay, so I feel like this is the nod or kind of like a recognition of you're not just doing like your work on yourself to be an overflowing cup, to transform, to be living and moving from your heart space. This isn't just for you, right? I mean, it is, but it's like all for one, one for all kind of a situation, right? Like You have no idea what your overflow will do, what kind of beautiful seeds your overflow plants and blooms and grows. And um, yeah, and it's connected to the patience as well. So it's like you might eventually get to see that, right? Like a stranger or somebody that you met once a while ago coming up to you and being like, oh my God, I remember you. I saw you do this thing, or I heard you say this thing, or a friend of mine told me about you and that you said this thing and it affected my life and my life has been different ever since, or it really made me think. And so I made these decisions and now my life is da, 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 right? Like these invisible ripples of your existence and how they affect the world around you. Heal yourself to heal the world. This is why. This is why. This is how. This is who. And this is when. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, so yes, now I'm getting some holding back. People maybe being involved in this holding back here. But we've got this King of Wands who wants to communicate, being patient and prepared as, and there's like this, they always call it like a love offer, but I don't know what that means. I don't know what that looks like. I've certainly never experienced, well, I guess maybe. Like, do people just come up and be like, hey, I've got this, oh, I've got my heart here and I want to give it to you, I guess. Do they? But it's also like, it could be just a peace offering or a fated meeting. This could be like an offering of the universe, delivering somebody into your life that changes your world, that gives you meaning, direction. But it could very well be this masculine energy, the King of Wands. So this is messages. Um, and then this being a message of love. Okay, that's where I'm getting love message. Okay. And here this being held back. So again, people involved in the holding back or people helping to remove those last little things that may be holding you back, depending on your circumstance. Okay, because there are certainly both of those people in existence, of those kinds of people, right? The ones that are like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. La, 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 la. And then there are ones that are like, oh my God, are you serious? Go for it. Do it. Take it. Make it. You're worthy. You're amazing. You're awesome. You should. You can. You will. Right? Okay. Okay. What's that? Stepping out of your comfort zone and the devils. Okay. So this is like devils in the details, devils in your mind, doubts and fears, people wanting to come up against you. This could be a fear, right? Because this is coming out strategically out of your comfort zone. Okay. And so it's like the reasons why you had to create this was because there were these external forces or even internal forces, right? That were keeping you feeling trapped. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Hold on 1 second. Like those. Oh, so related to the throat chakra. So it maybe limiting beliefs, right? Doubts and fears, those internal blocks that keep us from speaking our truth. Yes, yes. I'm going to put them back in because they kind of fell out oddly. Okay, we'll go through one more time. And if there's any more cards from this deck that want to come out, now is a good time to. Okay. Ooh, sorry, just revisiting those last two cards. I got the word regret. This regret. We can't waste any time in regret or on regret. I mean, time, especially when it's regret of things in the past, which usually it is, right? You regret things that you said or didn't say, things that you did or didn't do, dot, 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 right? There's a lot of dot, dot, dots here because it depends on your circumstances. And this is a general reading. So it's kind of wide open for all kinds of perspectives and angles. But these regrets of the past, there's nothing you can do to take your time back, right? To change it. And so regrets could be very well be one of the old things that needs to be released, right? An old, outdated app program that, keeps going off and being like, remember when you didn't do this? Remember when you didn't say that? Remember when you said this? Remember when you did that? And it's holding you locked in a place that's actually backsliding than forward moving. And so release those, right? And really surrender to the will of the divine. Like, all things happen for a reason. And just because in our right now we can't see, recognize, or understand why, trust that there are reasons behind all things, and that'll really help you. Well, it should help you invest more in your now and move forward doing things differently so that you don't keep fueling the regret machine. Okay, we've got the friends. So this is good because I think this is what's going to maybe give us some insight on these people up here and their role. The friends. Friendship, support, and aid. Okay, the one on top is very enough, and I've already told you all that he wants me to say about him in the introduction to part 2, which we didn't read. He and Lachlan, Lo Chan, his high-speed friend Beneath, are the best of friends and can nearly always be found together. Call upon Fair Enough and you get Loa Chan as well. And when you need support or to better understand true friendship, do call upon them. As children, we all have fairy playmates and fairy guardians. As we grow older, the pressure of parents and others in our community often nag us into blocking our visions of and communications with the fairies. Ooh, those are the programs of our ancestry, right? Fair Enough and Loa Chan can help us go back to that childlike trust in the fairies and to renew our forgotten friendships with them. They can also often help us to learn more about the true meaning of friendship. Hands outstretched reach across the rushing water. You steady me, I steady you on the slippery rocks of time. Hands reaching, giving, and giving in return. I'm so grateful to you for being there. I could never have managed alone. Friendly cooperation with others is necessary to reach mutual goals. Willingness to give and receive assistance and support is also required. Ask friends for help and suggestions. Listen with respect and accept the gifts willingly offered. Unconditional receiving is even more difficult than unconditional giving. 4 feet are more stable than 2. Alternatively, Fair Enough and Loa Chan may be saying that you will benefit at this time from offering support and aid to a friend. Look around you. Someone you love may be needing your help and be too bound up by fear of rejection or pride to ask. Volunteer your help to your friends and give unconditionally from a generous, loving heart. It will do you good, increasing your store of credit for help in time of need, and it might even help them. Okay. I feel like this is that overflow and how it affects those. Now, I'm going to say affects those beneath you, but I don't necessarily mean that. I just mean like for you to overflow into others, there is gravitational flowing going on, right? Like, yes, it's not to say that people are beneath you in station or otherwise, just of more of a proximity location station. Okay. Okay, let's get some mushroom wisdom after we get a crystal card. And thank you to the fairies. Friends. Yeah, and this could be a challenge. This could be an old program as well. This, like, I need to do everything on my own. There are those willing and able to help and also could benefit from your help as well. Like, I walked into a coffee shop and I was looking for a sandwich, and I was a little bit concerned about how long it was going to take, right? As soon as I walked up, they had a little um, display cabinet or whatever, and it had like muffins and stuff like that, but I needed a sandwich, and I saw that they had a menu, and then right away my brain's just like, oh, this might take forever, and it's kind of busy in here and all this kind of stuff. But there was a sandwich already wrapped sitting on top of the menus, and when I went to go grab a menu, the woman from behind the counter, she moved the sandwich out of the way, and she was like, oh, if you're looking for a sandwich, this one here is ready to go, and it would really be helping me out. And because I guess it was a cancel or a miss, whatever, right? And I was like, oh, well, actually, that would really help me out because it's a sandwich already ready. Like that's no time at all, right? Like, here's my money, give it to me. And so in that moment, it was two people helping each other out, right? Her need was to get rid of the sandwich quickly while it was still fresh, and I needed to get my hands on a sandwich quickly so that I wasn't wasting any time. And so those kinds of reciprocating opportunities with others can be a very beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, guardian angel, support, love, and assistance. Okay, and this could also be like this. It talked about this connection with the fairy realms when you were younger, this trust in the unseen, in kind of reconnecting with that. Maybe that's that reconciliation with your higher self, this trust in the unseen forces having a hand in the unseen working in your favor. Okay, your guardian angel is always at your side, offering unconditional love, support, and guidance. Know that you are never alone, and no past thought or action will separate you from your guardian angel's divine love. You are guided to call upon the strength of your guardian angel. You may choose to write a letter, visualize an interaction, or simply verbalize a clear request. Know that your guardian angel provides support in profound and unexpected ways. Be aware of any coincidence, invitation, or opportunity, and know your guardian angel is at work. Open your heart to the loving embrace and unconditional love of your guardian angel as you move forward through life's great adventure. Okay, so for me, that interaction with the sandwich was a hand of the unseen, my guardian angel getting out ahead of it, right? Like whatever the misunderstanding that resulted in this sandwich that needed to be moved was meant for me to walk in there and take it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is how the unseen realms, the angelic realms, this is how things work in your favor. And the more that you can acknowledge yourself as divine and tapped in, the more you'll recognize these things for what they are. Little beautiful miracles. Little beautiful miracles. Okay? They're everywhere. You just got to look for them. And be grateful. Be grateful. And yeah, it was delicious. It's like a turkey pesto. It was perfect and timely. Yeah, it was awesome. And then I was like, would you mind cutting it in half? And she was like, absolutely. You're totally helping me out. I'll do whatever you want, kind of thing, right? So yeah, it was great. It was great. Okay, what do we got here? We've got rarity, purpose, and judgment. Ooh, look at the blueness coming off of these cards here. Got blue power, blue energy, also an 18 and a 28. So we got double eights. Eights are, oh, and also the 44, which is also an 8. Interesting. With blue vibes, okay? So a rarity. Oh, and I just opened up to 8, which is Inoki, and it's a line, okay? Let's go. Blue pink gill. Being a rarity doesn't necessarily mean that people fail to notice you. In fact, it can be quite the opposite. As seen in the blue pink gill, standing out can be beautiful when you look different from everything around you. Everyone serves a purpose, even if you don't understand what it is yet. Your purpose may be big, it may be small, but size doesn't equate to bigger and better. The simple act of seeing the beauty in what is in front of you has an effect on the larger scale. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you see the beauty in your rarity? For there are incredibly complex pieces that make up your whole. Rarity is beautiful, and rarity is not always unique. There will always be others just like you, so you can still find your tribe. By being rare, you deter what you don't want finding you. You stand untouched by those who would normally try to take you down. You go unnoticed by some, but noticed by others. Blue was always a hard color to come by in olden days, and therefore something only royalty could obtain. What is your uniqueness, and how can you utilize it to stand out in a sea of the same? Stand tall and proud, and enjoy being something special. Beautiful. I feel like I say beautiful all the time, but I can't help it, because that's just what I like to sing about. Okay. Purpose judgment, a small but mighty mushroom with a big purpose. Don't ever let looks fool you. Remember the analogy of the tip of the iceberg. You never know what's under the surface. You see only what wants to or needs to be shown. The mycelium of this mushroom is a mass within the wood, slowly decomposing it and turning it into the nutrients that supplies the nearby trees. It is small, but it plays such an important role. It is not only stunning, but hard to spot because it is a tiny mushroom. This card indicates that you don't need to be seen while completing your purpose, and don't be worried about what people assume about you. Small and fragile does not mean insignificant and useless. It means there is beauty in everything seen and unseen, and not to judge a situation or purpose at first glance, or person, but I said purpose, interesting. It takes time to understand any person or thing because there is always so much more under the surface. Yes. It could also mean not to judge a book by its cover. People have so much more depth to them than they let on. There is always more to learn about a person or situation, so don't assume. Gather your information and look deeper. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, it is. It can be, and it is. And you are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for, everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Oh, I just heard a thing about Egyptian blue. It's like this old formula or recipe for making Egyptian blue. It's just been rediscovered or something. I personally am a fan of the blue. And blue is very much communication, throat chakra, speaking your truth. So yeah, it's also a primary color. Okay, generosity. Meet Sapphire, the generous spirit in us all. When it is dark outside, he will always come through for us with his dancing rainbow lights and gentle eyes. Allow generosity to flow in all directions. Offer your hand, your ear, your understanding, and your heart to a person in need, okay? That's double confirmation. Reach out. Reach out. Graciously receive the help from another when you are challenged, stuck, or down on your luck. Be generous with yourself. Give yourself time, love, and sweet, nurturing care. We take turns being the helper and the one in need of help. Generosity connects us to something larger than ourselves. Okay. And this is that overflowing cup action. It is rippling out and affecting way beyond our scope of knowing and comprehension. Okay, that's the reading for today. I hope there was something for you that made you go, what the actual hallelujah? Okay, or whatever you want to say. Look at them, they're so cute. Okay, so there's lots of messages in here of protection, of release, of love and dedication, and yeah, connection. Okay, so there you have it. I love you. I am grateful for you. I thank you very much with my gratitude, and I wish you all the beautiful things that are constantly coming up in these readings saying they are for you. So I wish them for you to be true and that you believe it too. Okay? So thank you and have a good one. Bye.